But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hello folks, this is Jha from inspiredtorise.com, and today we are going to unbox and review the Vivo V7 Plus.
Standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from him, send with me tonight. I run away.
So guys, the first striking thing about the Vivo V7 Plus is its display. It comes with a 18:9 aspect ratio display, and it's one of those newer phones which sport this aspect ratio. It looks really good to see. Very less space is wasted on the top and the bottom of the phone, and it makes the whole experience quite usable. It has a 720p display, 1440 by 720p, so they have not exactly pushed the game in terms of the pixel density, but still the display has quite good contrast and colors, so I would say that the 18:9 does make it worth it. The display is a 6-inch one, but does not exactly feel like a 6-inch one because of the 18:9 aspect ratio, and also because of the fact that on the left and the right sides very less space has been wasted, so that makes for a better experience as compared to some other phone which might have a 6-inch display. On the right hand side of this device, you have the power button and the volume rocker. On the left hand side, you get the SIM tray slot, and if you open it up, you get a hybrid SIM tray slot. At the top of this device, you get the microphone, and at the bottom, you have the micro USB port along with the speaker grill and the 3.5mm jack. The device has Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection and a 2.5D curved display. At 7.7mm, it's quite thin and feels quite solid to hold in the hand. And now let's talk about the specifications of this device. Under the hood, it comes with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 octa-core chipset, 4GB of RAM, 64GB of internal storage, and this device does have almost every sensor that you need for a great smartphone experience. The Vivo V7 Plus comes with a 3225 mAh battery, and this battery is specifically designed for this phone, I can say. It's also because of the fact that it has a 720p display. If you talk about the whole number of pixels, then 1440 by 720p in comparison to something like 1920 by 1080. It's not really high number of pixels when you compare it to a 1080p display, and maybe that's what explains the lower battery drain as well as great performance on this phone throughout the system UI and throughout the gaming experience. So good thing by Vivo for not actually going for a 1080p display. In this case, if they had gone for that, maybe the performance would have taken a serious hit. It comes with FunTouch OS 3.2 based on Android 7.1 Nougat, and as soon as I started this phone, there was one minor update for this which increased the system stability a little bit, and I have to say that it's one of the most stable Vivo FunTouch experiences that I have used till now. And the UI is not very different from before. You have to swipe up from bottom to access the quick settings and the display brightness, etc., all of the toggles, and you have to swipe from up in order to access the notification, etc. You have a one-page style UI. There is no app drawer. So if you want, you can always install a custom launcher on this phone in order to have a different experience. But for the people who like a one-page style UI, it's still there. And it's one of those areas wherein I would like to see some changes, as the FunTouch OS experience is almost the same since I guess maybe like 2-3 generations. I am bored of the same icons, the same design language. Maybe they should try to change it a little bit. The V7 Plus would be available in matte black, gold colors, and needless to say, matte black is my favorite one. Fast charging is not supported on this device, and it has been stated in the official specification list also. But if you use the inbuilt 5V 2A charger, you would get good charging times, but there's no fast charging or something like dash charge as seen on OnePlus phones. That sort of functionality is definitely not present here. And now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the camera of this phone. It has a 24 megapixel front camera and a 16 megapixel rear camera. The front camera is an absolute monster, and this whole video has been recorded on the front camera of the Vivo V7 Plus. I will definitely edit out a few parts, and I will definitely include some of my favorite filters and effects in Final Cut Pro, but still the whole video has been shot on the Vivo V7 Plus, and that's a testimony to the camera of this phone. I did not choose a DSLR for this video, and I chose to record it with the Vivo V7 Plus because I believe that its front camera is definitely quite great when compared to a lot of other smartphones. I will include a lot of sample shots that I have taken from this camera, and I will also do a dedicated camera review for this phone as it deserves it. I think that even with all of those improved camera specifications and the higher megapixel count, one thing that's solely being missed on this phone is 4K HD video recording. It has only 1080p video recording from both the back cameras and the front camera, and that's something that I would definitely have loved to see being changed a little, but sadly that's not here. It does not have a dual camera, so that's also something that I didn't want to miss on a phone like this, which has almost everything right. So that's something which should have been there, because dual cameras are in now and almost every phone has dual camera. So I expected that sort of functionality, but it's not there. And guys, here's the audio sample taken from this device. And now let's test the gaming performance of this device. So as was visible, the gaming performance of this device is quite good, seamless performance, and this can also be attributed to the fact that it has quite a good chipset. Not really a top of the line chipset considering the price range, but still quite a good chipset considering the resolution of the display, and that's why it was able to play a lot of games with quite ease. And now let's test the benchmarks for this phone. All of the benchmarks also indicate an above average to good performance, and that's the general case over here in this whole phone that I have seen till now, that the day-to-day usage etc. is quite smooth. Benchmarks are on the above average to good side, and the camera experience is definitely great. One of the other cons related to camera is that there is a wide selfie mode, group selfie mode in the Vivo V7 Plus. I had tested earlier Vivo phones and it worked excellently on them. That you just click the wide selfie and you have to twist the phone like this, and the wide selfie would be automatically stitched from those photographs, and it would be really great. But in this phone there is some software issue, I guess. Maybe the camera app algorithm has been changed to a little extent, and that has prevented me from clicking any good panoramic wide selfie, and that was really frustrating. Every time I try to click a wide selfie, it displaces my arm or maybe my face, and I think that is something that should have been improved and can easily be improved by Vivo guys by just a small software update. This device is around 25,000 rupees. It's priced at that price point. I find it difficult to recommend to a lot of people. I would still recommend it to those people who want to click a lot of selfies, who want to take a lot of pictures, and who want that 18:9 display, a good design and build. But it would be quite difficult to recommend it to somebody who is a performance enthusiast, as they can go for a slightly higher budget and buy something from OnePlus. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Go Chhota Bheem on that subscribe button. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.